What's up everybody, Coach Trevor here. So today in this video, we're gonna go over an ankle mobility exercise. This is just one way to do it. We have multiple variations. I'll show this one on a box, it can be on a bench as well. So typically what I wanna address with people, with trainers in general, is we wanna hit the box piriformis stretch, we wanna hit the wall hip flexor stretch, make sure people have adequate range of motion within their hips, and then let's address the ankles, all right? So typically people lack the dorsiflexion portion of it where their knees are going past their toes. So for this stretch, foot's gonna be flat. They can hold on to the box like this. I want my pec, my shoulder, on top of the knee as I'm doing this. So I'm driving my knee forward like this. I'm doing my best to get a stretch on the back side of my calf. If you feel any sharp pain or pinchiness in the front of your ankle, that's not good, okay? Talus bone isn't gliding back like it should be, and we need to do a band distraction, all right? So I'll show a variation of that later in another video. So for this one, you want that knee to come forward, past your toes. Ideally, you just wanna hang out here for like 90 seconds to 2 minutes, preferably 2 minutes, all right? You wanna feel a stretch on the back side like this. My knee is either lined up to my second toe or my pinky toe. The main thing is I don't want it diving in like this. So if I'm pointing straight at you guys, boom, you don't want the knee caving in like this. It's either gonna be driving forward, boom, past the toes. If the heel comes off the box, try to get it flat again, and you want that knee to go past your toes. That's the objective on this one, okay? So help open up your ankle, get your knee past your toes to help mobilize it. So side profile again, boom, right here like this, driving that knee forward, holding this position. All right, so another thing too is what we can do is if we can use a plate on it, right? So drive the knee forward and put a weight on it. You can put a kettlebell on top of it as well. But the objective is getting used to this position, staying here. And then of course, like right away, if we haven't taught people how to grip the floor, now we can kind of have this conversation with them after this, because we're going to put them in a squat and have them use this in real life. So there's different variations of a squat like we talked about. Like there's one with less knee bend, so it's more hinge, more knee bend, so it's more upright, so more squatty. So that's the idea behind this, help mobilize people's ankles. The main thing is they should not have more pain after they're done doing this. If they do have more pain after they're done doing this, they need to go see someone. So the best way to keep the ankle mobility is to actually put it under load once you're done with it. So you can put them in a goblet squat, right? So we can use a plate, for example. I'll just grab a kettlebell, boom. So put them in a goblet squat here, have them grip the floor, hips go back, knees go out, and then they're just driving their knees forward on this, right? Trying to get in that same position that they just worked on. You can also make it to where they're shifting. So they're shifting the weight forward on this one side, boom, and they're gliding back and hitting the other side. So hopefully they hit both ankles. And then, once they're in this position, they should be gripping the floor. All right, if you can't see what their feet are doing, take the shoes off, and then that way you can see if their arches are collapsing, if they're gripping the floor, if their big toes are coming up, that type of stuff. Or if they're actually shifting the weight too far out on this, but you should be able to tell that right away. So his knees are coming out, boom, help open up the hips as well with it for this. And of course, same thing, tempo, keeping tension, driving those knees forward, abs on nice and tight, boom, pause for a second, and then come out of it. All right, so there's a few drills you can do. So you can actually do mobility with weight, and then just the exercise itself to where you're ingraining those right habits. So when you're first starting out, hit the ankle mobility one, see how that feels, and then start adding that into your training, making sure you're using that new range of motion that you just added to your repertoire.